Let me see. Greetings, traveler. You're probably saying, wait, I didn't even knock yet. How did you know I was here? Well, let's just say that it is a trade secret. You are certainly welcome to enter my humble abode. Please come in and share the fire with me. So, my friend, as you know, I have embarked on a path of solitude and reflection. And there are people that are saying, why are you doing this thing? Now me, I've been one to take the path less traveled a lot. Sometimes it's because it looked interesting. Sometimes it's because someone said, maybe you don't want to go that way, and I did just from being too curious. And there are times when someone says, you can't do it. That is irritating. Now, I've already recounted the tale of me visiting the hospice and having that event happen with me radiating this energy and being oblivious to it myself. And to receive confirmation that you're on the path and in fact to have a dream come true before your eyes, that's powerful stuff. So why would someone turn away? You know, walking this path is, it's not easy, and it's definitely not for everyone. Because not everyone can handle radical isolation. So, even though I got this confirmation that, you know, yeah, you're doing the right thing, I reverted back to something that I've been doing ever since I was a kid. I was the one you hated in class because I was the one that was gonna ask why. Because, you know, this is a way. It isn't the way. It isn't the best way, at least not in my mind until you prove otherwise. If you say tribal knowledge, okay, that's a shorthand for, you know, we, we pulled it out of our ass and it worked. So it's like, a rule of thumb that, for knowledge we get at work. That you only know when you're building something. You can't look at a schematic or a running list and say, oh yeah, I got this down, no problem. No, you got to put your hands on it and actually put pin A into slot B. So, you think about it. Who in mythology, a mere mortal, had a face-to-face encounter with a deity and survived? Now we know Zeus, he was the alpha male, and he was a high T individual, so he was always, running after the native girls. But in a lot of cases, the mortal doesn't even survive contact, much less understand what's happening. It's usually just the demigods, the ones that were part deity, that were able to handle a close encounter because they had that extra whatever. So, I mean, I don't know if you'd call death. Well, I guess, in the Marvel universe, death is a cosmic level deity. Well, he is all that. So I guess, you stare death in the face and he turns away. It makes you think. And like I was telling people at work, I know, as Richard Pryor says, death is the ultimate test. And so far, no one has survived the ultimate test. I know that encounter's gonna come and he's gonna win, but I'm sure as hell gonna enjoy this one. So, I had to ask myself, why? Sure, just being on this path has turned out to be a good choice for me, but why are you doing it? And I guess what really spurred on this introspection was I've tried to, adopt an attitude that I don't care much about death before. But of course there's always apprehension. But actually having what I thought was certainly going to be a near-death encounter and having my attitude be the way it was, not because I was forcing it, but because it was organic. It was like, well, if you're not afraid of death, just maybe there's something else you're afraid of more. And I couldn't rest until I got the answer to this question. And I did. I remember that day I had the massive mental convergence and reprogramming. I thought about that and I induced a very similar mood, and I asked myself why. And being able to tap into that skill of charged concentration and correlation, I did get an answer. the man-child within we didn't want to give it up, but, you know, shine the light of truth on yourself, and all of the dross is burned away, and what's left is purified. You know, nothing can stand the light of truth. At work, I'm on the safety committee, and we do accident investigations, and we're trained to ask, shorthand, the 5 whys. Sure, you know, Joe Ragman fell off the ladder and busted his ass, but why did he fall? I said, oh, well, let's see. Well, here where it was tied off, it broke and slipped loose. Oh, why did it break there? Oh, because, oh, wow, this wood is rotten. Oh, well, why did nobody notice the wood's rotten? Oh, because it had been painted, and no one noticed the defect until it was too late. So, that is why wooden ladders are not painted. So, I used this sort of analysis on myself, and I found out, yes, the ultimate truth is revealed. I wasn't afraid of dying because I was more afraid of being alone. And, you know, I realize you die alone, and nobody can take your place. So, why are you worried? And when that happened, I was like, yeah, I'm at peace now. I mean, I didn't have any stress before, but it's like knowing the answer. It's like, yeah, that's what I wanted to know. It's like, yeah, I didn't have stress before, but now it's a negative amount of stress. It leaves me scratching my head a little bit. Because I wonder, you know, like I haven't been, you know, Tyrone bad, but, you know, I haven't always been a nice guy. And, you know, to paraphrase the saying, you know, I have been all things unholy. If God can work through me, He can work through anyone. And if I may slip into TradCon talk for a moment, I don't know why God has blessed me to have all this happen here at the end of my life, to be spiritually fulfilled, to be, you know, mentally sharp, and to be able to heal my body so I'm still moving when, as I've said before, you know, I could have been dead. I could have been burned up. I could have been paralyzed more than once. I mean, I could have been paralyzed, I think when I was 22. Yeah. Wave almost snapped me in half. Got hit by the car when I was 14. I could have been paralyzed from the neck down then. But why God is blessing me now, I don't know. But I'm being fulfilled by doing what I'm doing, and I'm trying to, well, as I say on my Facebook profile, increase the joy of everyone around me in my last days. It's what I do. And now I'll admit, you know, I tailor my language to the audience I'm speaking to. Because I was churchy so long, I can speak tradcon. I can go to hippie at the drop of a hat. And it's not a way to fool you, or, you know, I'm not gonna do the bait and switch and say, well, you know, I'm really a Scientologist, you know, but now you will hear the truth. Or, you know, a member of the Unification Church. No. If you have an approach to spirituality that works for you, I have no problem with whatever you're doing. Because it's not me. That's for you. I have no desires to interfere with your development. All I am is a crazy old man babbling in his man cave. And if my psychological nudity helps you in any way, then I am content and fulfilled. And it's why I keep doing this. I'm compelled. The strong aftertaste has eased a little bit, but yes, those red pills are bitter. But I remind myself every day that it's the taste of freedom. Well, visitor, I have a confession to make. I'm actually making my third attempt at this particular video. I tried twice yesterday. The first time I had gone about 30 minutes and I was actually at a point where I could have just about stopped, but I was kind of consumed with it. And one of my apps woke up and took over. It kicked that file out and restarted. So I recorded another minute or two and then I uploaded and I was like, wait a minute. Those numbers didn't look right. And sure enough, it was only like a couple minutes. So I deleted that and started over. And the second time I ranted for over an hour. And I was just about to stop and suddenly there was some kind of glitch and I'm looking at the home screen on my phone. So that whole file just like disappeared. So now I'm trying to keep my videos down to a reasonable time. So hopefully I'm doing better. So traveler, so I heard that it's some kind of holiday coming up. Now, you know, when you're in the man cave, time is a variable that is easily ignored. I will more easily time my day by the sun and the moon rather than a clock. And often I will not even know what day of the week it is because it doesn't matter. But I hope you are safe on your journey. Please enjoy your holiday to the best of your ability. And know that the exile is still there, you know, embracing his old, alone, and crazy, as you have heard. Please be safe on your journey. And remember, I still say, some of the best days of your life haven't happened yet.